Hello everyone, my name is Adreden, and today we are going to talk about two simple bases that I know of, other than houses, that can be used for a Horde night, and can be done pretty quickly without gathering many resources. You have to gather a little bit, but not much. So, let's do this. Alright guys, so if you find yourself in a really crappy place, and it's Horde night, I mean like, this wasteland is pretty terrible, there are other places equally as terrible. One of the buildings you need to look for, if you want a really quick, easy base, is this one here. And what we end up doing is making a small killing corridor. I should also watch out for landmines. This is the water treatment facility plant. Quick hint. This tree, take it out and dig right down there, and there's a hatch. It goes down to the loot. Anyway, just a little quick aside here. We need an axe, so I'm just gonna chop this down here. Get a little bit of charcoal just because this particular is a burnt one, but whatever, it's not really necessary. Let's see, I don't have the exact numbers off the top of my head how to do this, but the point of this particular base is once we find this building here, we go in and we clear it, right? There should only be a couple of zombies. Hopefully there's no dogs due to the fact that it's a wasteland biome. Oh, hi there. Oh, that's not good. Come here, you. Now, I can probably dispatch you pretty easily. Somebody's blowing up over here. I might have a couple of skills and stuff you don't. You know, this is my testing world. I kind of have a whole bunch of different stuff going on. It kind of looks like that was the only one. Oh, vulture. Great. Good times. Good times. Well, that'll probably attack us at the least opportune time. Okay, so there's a couple things you need to do with this one. It almost always has wood, like, not wooden debris, but just debris in it. So, I would probably clear out a couple of things. This one I like to keep so I can jump up here. You have to be a bit careful doing it, but, you know, it's not too bad. So, the next major ones to take out are about, I would say the top two rows here. That way nobody, if they're here, they can generally jump up here. If it's too high, like if you've removed two levels, is what I'm trying to say, like this guy here, then they can only get up if they're standing on each other's shoulders. So if you have more time, take out this third or even fourth layer. But the important part is to take out this top part here. Let me just do that for you. One of the advantages of doing this right here like this is that we get to take it out and get some stone. Now the stone we're going to use to make flagstone, which is important for this first base. So I'll be right back. Okay, with that done, this makes it so that zombies can't jump up here. You have a couple levels of parkour, 4 I think. You can jump up here, or you could build yourself a frame. I don't know. We need a bunch of these anyway, so 15. We'll go through and figure out the exact number because I always just do this on the fly generally when I'm playing, so we'll figure it out. And bam. So oftentimes, yeah, I do this shape, though you don't want this here on Horde night, so you're gonna want to remove that. But anyway, if we go over here, I would say this is probably one of the better places to do this. You put on a ramp here, and then you somehow connect this down to there. So we have this one, that one. Yeah, that should do it. So, you know, come on, game. You can do something like this. I would suggest making it a bit wide. The reason being is sometimes zombies just like to hit these things. Why? I don't know why. They're crazy. It's a snake. It's a dangerous place to do this in, but that's why it's kind of fun. So the next couple things you want to do is, I'll just try it with 2 here. I think 2 is more than enough. Is you want to connect this side here up and make sure that there's a path all the way to that bar end. So we probably need to go gather just a little bit more wood. And at the same time, you can also clear out some of this stuff. And I know I'm not collecting the loot, but this is just a example here. But the easier it is for the zombies to pass this way, the better for what I'm about to show you. So we need one more. Tragic. Oh well. I'll be back. I'll just finish this part and then I'll move on to getting the other thing. Okay, one of the other things you need is clay, because we need to make flagstone blocks. Now, I don't know if I can actually find any in this freaking biome. This is probably all debris. We have to dig down a couple blocks to get any. I don't know. I'll find out and let you know. Aha! I found a garden. Beautiful. So I'm just going to collect a bunch. Let me see here. As I'm doing this, I'll figure out exactly how much I need for you. Okay, so apparently I only need 32, because what I need to do is I need to have 4 wedges, and then I need to have 4 of something to stand onto. So I actually could use wood, I suppose. It's just, it seems a little bit not quite so good. Anyhow, I guess I will just craft 32, just to make sure that, I suffer a little bit if I have made an incorrect calculation. Alrighty, so I'm going to chop down a tree now. If you're doing this early game, you'll probably want to get, hitting up these nests, because you will need the feathers for arrows. I've been testing things myself, so I have a marksman's rifle, but I'll try to use the bow and arrow for these examples. Because, if you can use the bow and arrow, then of course you can use everything else, right? Okay, so I would upgrade these blocks. Maybe not these ones per se, but I have the extra wood. But these ones are a little bit more important. This way you can make it so that the zombies, even if they do attack them a little bit, they last a little bit longer, because what will often happen is that they will break and then you'll kind of be SOL, because they need a path to get to you. So got to get that done. If you do have any scrap metal, you can use that as well. I mean, I have a little bit, but it's not really a lot. Okay, I forgot that I needed to this is how they do this now. It's just so weird to me. It used to do that to iron reinforced, so yeah, I don't know about that. It's kind of a weird change. Doesn't really make sense to suddenly change a block from wood into stone, considering you can just put, sheeting over top of it. But that is one of the changes you should be aware of in Alpha 18 here. So anyway, let's get this done. So we want our cobblestone rocks to make flagstone. We'll make, perfect, 8 of them. That's exactly what I wanted. And we'll move this out of the way, take this here, and then run over here. Now there are a couple ways you could change this a bit. I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually gonna make the other part over here a little bit smaller. Okay, so we're kind of hanging off the edge here. Hit R, and you want flagstone wedge tip. Bam. And then you want to throw it into advanced rotation, which is now down here. And rotate it until we get one more rotation to the side and vertical like that. And there. And then oftentimes you can do this from the ground. At least you certainly used to be able to. So we can put that guy there and rotate this a few times. Boom. Bam. Now this should make it so that the zombies fall down. And then, of course, we can just bring back some of these guys. Yeah. There. Now that is a very simple horde base. I would kind of recommend maybe increasing the amount of size on here. And of course, this is like early game horde base. Don't do this forever, man. This is not going to be good for you. The spitting zombies will get you. Vultures you're pretty vulnerable to, so that's not very good. Oftentimes what I do is I also, if I have time, is I break a channel through here It doesn't have to be a crazily huge channel, but what this does is because of the zombies' AI is it allows them to find a path through here slightly faster than other options. And so what they'll do is they'll come here and they'll run this way. Now I suppose, thinking about it just now, after having built this base a few times, if you were to build it right down here, they might, well, yeah, if you're lucky, you should be able to also be able to snipe them from down here, maybe 1 or 2 shots. But yeah, anyway, dig this out if you can. 1 block down here and here is probably, it's always been enough for me. There's only been a couple of odd occasions where the zombies will get irked and destroy some of this stuff, but generally this is strong enough to take the brunt of, you know, a Horde Night, a simple early game Horde Night. But ideally what will happen now is the zombies will run through this channel, and if it's still along here, then that's great. I guess if you had a few more blocks, you could also throw them down like this, though they might end up breaking these ones if they are here. But anyway, they'd run along here. You can think about it that they'd find this kind of annoying, so they would, you know, if you move this out of the way, it'll make it easier for the zombies, and thus they will more likely be wanting to run around rather than break things. So I generally break a couple of these off, and then of course they'll go up here and run around, and now you have a killing corridor. Yay! So I'll come back on Horde Night and take these guys out. The second simple Horde base is probably this guy here, which is one of the 2 different junkyards. It's not too bad. Let me clear out the general area first, shall we? Break in here somehow, take out what you need to. I don't actually know what my game stage is because I've already, probably kind of a high level. But the ultimate goal for you, so we can probably avoid taking out anything on the sides over there. This vulture man, he wants to eat my brains. Won't leave me alone. Is take out a couple of things here. You can let them do some of the damage if you don't want to destroy your pick. You're actually going to need your pick, so ideally let them do the work, right? I am going to proceed to open up this side and that side. So you don't need to see this, so I'm going to skip it. As you can see, there'll probably be let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sleepers. Oh man, this guy's from outside, so you're not always going to find a doggy. Whoa. Okay, so that's done. Some of the things that need to be done here is we want to go into this bigger area. And now there's 2 options here. We can either fill this with fires, or we can build a little ramped area up. Though having this car here will probably cause an explosion during a Horde Night, which, you know, sometimes makes it so the fires are a little bit better, and barbed wire, of course, is good. So beyond that, the next things I'm going to do is I'm going to knock out probably these 4 stairs all the way out, right? So that there's no way the zombies can climb up here. And then I'm going to fill in this area. I think cobblestone works the best. I've been having trouble recently with having wood blocks here. You know I'm damaged, don't you? Yeah. And so I think, yeah, we'll try that. Alright guys, it's been a number of hours. I also am here up on the roof of this location, and I've smashed through these. And yeah, pretty much that will do it just to get started. So now you can at least see down into there. I would suggest taking out this one and that one as well. We'll see if we have time. And I also may need to restart this on a different day because the Horde Night thing didn't seem to go. I don't know, man. Pretty weird. So we'll see. Now, then the other things you need to do for these quick Horde bases are take out these stairs, like I said, and I've kind of did a little bit of prep there. Now, I'm not sure, I don't really have a whole lot of wood here, but generally this can help a little bit. I don't have any barbed wire prepared, but of course it is a pretty easy thing to, you know, make up. So, you know, if you have a little bit more time than half a day, then I would recommend doing something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. I don't know. It's not great. We're gonna save a couple of these for ourselves here. And so that gives us 10 minutes worth of fuel. That'll take out the first bit of the Horde, or help take it out. It's gonna be kind of crazy. And there. So we have a couple minutes here. I'll come back down and light those because, yeah, there's only a couple minutes worth. Over here, we still have a couple of little bits of things to do. We need to add in a bunch of these blocks right here. This generally prevents the zombies from coming up here because it's thick enough that they can't, you know, they don't want to dig through it. Now, then there's the other little thing of getting up and down here. Put a ladder or like a ramp frame like this, and then you can kind of hop all the way up here. This isn't really going to protect you from birds, especially in this biome, but, you know, what are you asking for? It's like a really quick base to build, right? Are we on the right square here? Sure. I have no idea. Okay, 2 more. Boom. Put that one there. And that's how to get there. And you can put one here, put one here, because you never know when one of these is going to get broken. They're just wood. So, hop, 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 over, up, hop, 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 hop. And then if we're lucky, we can make a few of the bars. I think what I'm going to have to do is change the time. I'm going to make 4 if I can. Hey, I had just enough. Good. Yeah, because today is not changing into a Horde night at all. I wonder if it's because, like, I had to leave the game and reload it. Well, I'll figure it out for you. Before we do this, though, what I did here was I did not really do much to this block, because if I take out this one, this one, this one, and the stairs up there, then I don't need to take out this one, which saves you mere moments, probably like an in-game hour. But we do need to take this out, so let's do that. And that should make it so that we don't have many zombies climbing up this wall. What you might get sometimes is a zombie that will try to break this wall and try to come up. But it shouldn't be too bad, because, you know, it's brick, and depending on the Horde, I guess. But yes, so occasionally they'll try to get up here like that. But it so far, you know, works pretty good. So we don't have a wrench on us. I mean, we could, if you had a wrench, I would suggest taking this car apart. Otherwise, it's not really a big deal. Recipes, yeah, we don't have any chance to make barbed wire now. So I guess right now it's just to see if the Horde night actually comes or not. So I'll be back. Hey, one last thing. You have to start these up. Oh god. Don't light myself on fire. There it is. Though I didn't hear any sort of Horde night. So I'll make it Horde night, and then we'll do this. But yeah, once you find that, you run over here, do your little hoppity hoppity. And there you go. Put in some of these little frames here. Advanced. Good gosh, there's so many rotations. Like that. And if they know you're here, which on Horde night they will, then that is working. Okay, we'll be right back. Alright guys, so This world seems broken, so this will probably be the last Horde base I build in this particular testing world. This is the one that started off in experimental, so yeah, we're gonna have to redo this a bit. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is just summon in a bunch of zombies and go from there. It's too bad there wasn't a command that was just like, activate Horde Night. That would be pretty awesome. Okay, so anyway, this is, I guess, basically just gonna show what goes on here. Let's summon in a bunch over there. I'll be just summoning them in. Let's go look at me, and let's get in, oh, I don't know, some... You want feral nurses or just nurses? I mean, whatever. We're gonna get the nurses, and, because they're nice sort of, mid-level. Over here, we'll summon in some, I don't know, something else. A couple of, maybe, 1 or 2 demolishers. Rah. And over here, we'll get in some cops, because, you know, cops are fun. Not that this base is really designed for that kind of thing, but it's okay. The biggest problem is that with this design here, yeah, see, they're going to try to get to the highest things. That's what they always try to do, get to the highest things. And that's the other one there. And so if these guys blow up here, you know, the car is going to get, boom, wrecked. And then, who knows, maybe cascades of explosions will go off. We'll see. But as you can see, what happens here is, oftentimes they will end up falling in this pit. But, I mean, as another good early thing, if we have a bow and arrow, we can just use that. This gun, I don't know, I haven't ever found anything this early to be this powerful. I mean, by day 49, sure, but, you know, let's say this is day 7. You would need something else. Don't want to trigger their C4, so you gotta just very careful where you shoot those guys. Right off the dome. Pretty much until this car is gone. Oh yeah, as you can see, they do fall into the fire and get, you know, take some damage every now and then. You know, it works alright. That's sort of one of the problems when fighting cops in a base like this, and this is why this is sort of an early game base, is that they will spit up here every now and then. They can't really see you though, so they don't always do it. I'm actually kind of surprised at how little they are attacking the car. Normally they attack it a little bit more. Oh yeah, they're over at this table. Fun. So it would be a problem though if you had a bow. Let's just grab a bow, shall we? Let's make this a little more hard on ourselves here. Take some of those, and odds are you're gonna have one of these. I mean, early game. At this point, if you were day 59, I just have it there because of the testing, right? You guys just alternate because of where I stand? Yeah. Reload. Great, and whoa, yeah, finally, there it goes. See, and so now that's gone, it's a lot better. And then I'm surprised they're not climbing up here more, but they do it. Another couple things, of course, is expand the number of fires if you can. They're pretty cheap, right? You just need wood and all that. I mean, if you're going to be spending 20 on wood, that 20 will burn for about 20 minutes in a fire, plus 8 rocks, right? So, versus spikes, which on a Horde night, one zombie will probably break all the spikes down, whereas a fire will get a lot more of them, right? So, I don't know. To me, it just seems a little more efficient. Though fires don't do it immediately, you know, it's a little bit of a slower thing. But as you can also see, the advantage of this is that there's not much going on now. You know, they kind of just stand here. I'm kind of curious to know if these guys are going to get... Or C4 is going to get set off by fires. I don't think it will. I have to include that in a Demolisher-based video. I am working on it, I just need to finish it. yeah, we're gonna watch these guys burn. And let's see what happens. The other things you do, I mean, it's just a safe base, so you could expand this over here. They must have forgot. If this was Horde Night, I guess it would be different. Because they would know where you are, and they would automatically go up there. But because I was being so silent, they kind of forgot that I was up here. But yeah, if you expand this, then you can, you know, shoot down from other areas. Repair that. Yeah, I really wish the Horde Night was working. Oh, good. Finally, a Screamer. That'll make our testing a little bit better. I should actually maybe really get some good stuff happening. On Horde Night, though, they'll also break down some of the sidewalls of this building a little bit more. So sometimes you have to be a little more careful with that kind of stuff, too. Yeah. So, let me just smash this. Boom! And let's copy the rotation. Bam! So yeah, you can see that they're kind of just, you know, they hang out in the general vicinity. But of course, if this was Horde Night, they would be trying to do that and get onto the walls. Alright, let's, I'm just going to take these guys out. Hopefully I can get a Demolisher to blow up. That would be good times. Because when I've done this in the past, a lot of these bricks, blocks, I suppose, along the side here, they will get broken apart as well. So, I'm not sure if I should increase my skills on this, because, I mean, generally when I play, I never pick archery. Though a lot of people do, so, you know, consider that in your plans for building this particular base. But, you know, there's enough of these around that it is pretty useful. Well, I imagine if these demolishers went off, you would see that this whole little, all these fires would go away pretty quick. Which is pretty normal for this kind of thing. Things are starting to get out of hand with the Screamer. It's great. It's kind of like a mini Horde. Of course, the fires just keep on burning them, right? So, who died there? Demolisher. So that was by fire. So they don't blow up by fire. Perfect. You know, you could just keep hanging out here all night long. And I would say that, you know, mostly you'd be safe. There's enough roof as well that you can migrate around a little bit and you'll be okay. And then in the morning, if they don't leave you alone, you know, you can just scooch off the roof, just run that way, get the heck out of town, right? Let everything cool down a bit. Yeah, there we go. This is better than any Horde Night anyway. But you see, cheap, easy Horde base. Okay, let's go take a look downstairs and just see what's going on here. So down here, we have them mostly climbing up here. They want to get up there to get up there. And as you can see, they are damaging these blocks, and that'll happen fairly regularly. If some of these dudes blow up, they are going to take out these fires, and oftentimes, yeah, these walls will get broken apart pretty consistently. I don't like that, but there is a lot of them, so you'll be okay for a long time up here. You can probably use this Horde base for a few times. Okay, let's move on to the other Horde base. I'm going to summon in like a Screamer or something here, because I think that works pretty darn well, to be honest. This base isn't really designed so much for later game things. Hello? Hello? Hey! Oh, yeah, I might be turned off. There we go. Okay, now I think she knows where we are. Great. Yeah, so what's going to happen here is that she is going to, yeah, call. And then she should go all the way around over to the ramp and up and down over here. Not sure what she's doing right now, to be honest. Hello? Okay. I think we're gonna have to, oh, there she is. Once she figures out the path, let's see if we can lure them over here. Maybe we need to just do that. Get this trash out of the way here. Guys, come on. Go over here, and we will make it really easy for them. There you not go. What on earth is your guys' issue? Oh, I see. Maybe we need to add a little bit more there. Little jump, and we're fine. So that's weird that she doesn't want us anymore. It works out pretty well because there's a killing corridor. Other than my bow. Broken. Okay. Hi. This could be a problem because... Very loud. Okay, now that they basically know where it is, it's kind of working. Not really sure... Oh, maybe because I was standing back there. Yeah. I stand back here? What goes on? At this point, she's close enough that it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you want to be standing pretty close. And they'll come at ya. Sometimes bases are finicky like that. Just whatever is... Oh boy. A problem there. Okay, so yeah, if you get, you know, knocked down for whatever reason, just take a spin around and keep calm. Run up here. Normally spiders don't occur in most biomes, right? Not early game. So, but one of the things you could do, of course, is take your wooden blocks. Oops. This could be a problem. And yeah, so he's just going to keep trying that. But as you can see, they're not really coming to bother me. Whew, that one fired off pretty bad. Let's go over here. Ow, that sucks. And I don't know, you can put something in the way to kind of keep yourself safer. Let me see here. I'm not really trying this too much like this. What happens if I do this? Oh, no. Okay. Get out of here, kiddo. Crunk. Yeah. Normally, I don't do this in this biome, because I don't go into this biome this early in the game. But it is fairly good for like a killing corridor, because you know these guys will run down here, and I mean by this time you'll probably have a gun. You could probably also expand this a bit back here. I kind of want more stuff going on here. This is kind of not the best demonstration here. Let's summon in a bunch of Arlenes. Arlene, where are you? There's some Marlenes, there's some Arlenes. Bam! Here we go. They'll either rip this place apart real quick, or they'll find us and eat our brains. Okay. So there they go. And with this many of them, I don't really know. But it is a pretty good killing corridor. Okay. I think they're getting stuck on this block here. Okay. Let's take out those blocks. Those are no good, because they get wedged in there. But of course, now we do, ow, have a little bit of a problem with them getting stuck, kind of hitting these blocks here. But most of the time, they will just do the little running thing there. As you can see, it works pretty well for most zombies. Come on, you. Go away. Normally I have a bandage in my number 2 slot, so I'm just going to hit God mode for a sec. Get out of here. Trying to show the people stuff. Okay, and of course you can have some extra cobblestone on you to repair some things. I don't have a whole lot, but a little bit. But I mean, as you can see, you know, for the cheap cost of like a few cobblestone, holy cow. So that's what's going on. There's so many of them that I think they're getting stuck. and piling up there. Let's just take a look. Is that what's going on? But yeah, ultimately they've come down here and they will run sort of along this path that I've created for them. Up here, around this Joe is being a problem, obviously. And come right at me. And try to swing. So yeah, if you can upgrade these blocks, that would be better, obviously. Yeah, so it looks like if they can get a boost off of one another, that's when it kind of happens. Weird. Yeah, I'm right here. Don't break my blocks, please. My test is a little bit goofed up right now. Let me just show you here. Yeah, and so, but most people don't play with this many concurrent zombies on a Horde night, and of course if you want to do that, you probably should, but also consider getting a different base. So yeah, like I said, if they're falling and they can boost off one another, they'll get up there. But I mean, it is pretty cheap, right? Like, you just have a couple of these little blocks, and that doesn't cost a whole crap ton. I mean, I did it in about 5 or 6 hours, because I was done by noon. Started at around 4 this morning, and yeah, that was that. And as you can see, it also doubles as a killing corridor, so you can quite easily do this without making vast amounts of construction, you know? If you didn't want to do it just so quick and easy, you could, of course, like what I might do is go from here, build up, and then come over and extend these little, these are wedge tip blocks, so just extend those out, and they wouldn't get to you ever, right? So that is how to make this cheap base a little more expensive, but a lot better, right? But I've done this a number of times in various survival games. I'm going to say put 3 out of 3 here is probably the better answer. Let's do that right now, just give another little test. So we have our wedge tips. Copy this one's rotation. Copy rotation, thank you. And then we just go back over to some kind of block where we can stand on it, like that. And 2, and R, and wood frame, and there. And there you go, that's exactly how that would work. And I'm gonna summon in some more zombies. Maybe some no, cops are not good. Like I said, this is sort of an early game base. This one's not designed for this at all. Let's just do a demolisher or two, just for fun. Why not? Okay, a bear is fine. And then a demolisher, zombie demolisher, and just a bunch more, I don't know. How are those guys? There. I don't know, that bear might throw everything off, but we'll try. We're over here, guys. You could probably also stab them with the spear at, well, a distance of 3, be pretty hard pressed, and timing would be pretty tricky. There we go. Probably a little bit faster if you can get the timing right than getting the arrow, because the bow and arrow takes quite a while to reload. There you go. I'd say this is a pretty good setup. Headshot! Boom. We get really good, you let that happen. If your path gets a little bit broken here, they're going to start causing these weird little issues where they start attacking things because they can't as easily find a path to you. So try to keep these upgraded and intact, otherwise they're going to start destroying these blocks down here. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you are new to the channel and like what you see, hit the subscribe button and share with some friends. And whoa, I will see you in another video. Bye bye.